I don't know what I'm doing. I would have gone to see a financial counselor at my university, but coronavirus shut us down. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and I wish this video existed when like a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, when I was trying to figure out what my med school finances look like. Obviously, we gonna be in debt. I'm gonna have zero money. And I wish that I'd seen a video talking about like how to apply to loans, how much money to ask for loans, like how much money do you need for things, what do you need for fun things, etc. There's not one of those that I was able to find, and so I'm gonna make it for you. But what I'm here to tell you is I'm not an expert, and so I'm gonna take you along the journey for my first year of medical school, working with loans, working with scholarships. What's my budget? How am I going to afford things? I don't know, but I'm gonna take you through the money portion, and money is uncomfortable, but I'm gonna literally tell you how much I'm paying for rent and how much my loans are, etc., which might feel inappropriate, but I think it'll be helpful for you to understand what I'm doing. Definitely subscribe, stay tuned. If you're interested in finances of medical school, I'm gonna be figuring out right alongside you. If you have specific questions, leave them in the comments so I can help you figure them out as I do. I will probably be doing some like fun money saving challenges throughout the year just so that I can be competitive with myself and maybe pay off some interest. And if this channel ever gets monetized, whoo, baby, we are getting closer, but we're still like down here and monetization's like way up here. So if YouTube ever wants to pay me money, please, that would be great. Maybe I could pay for my laundry because I was not expecting to have to pay for it. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about what kinds of loans I have, how much my loans are, what my scholarship is, and then what my budget looks like for the entire year. And then I will give you updates every now and again on how it's going, and then obviously the fun money saving challenges. So let's hop into it. I have my handy dandy bullet journal here with my money spread. It's not pretty, but I needed to organize it in some way, and I didn't want to like be confused throughout this whole video. So there's two dispersals. There's two payments that I get from the government, basically giving me my loans. The first one is on the 16th of July, and the second one is on the 16th of January. So they're 6 months apart. So I'm dividing the amount of money that I get in July by 6 so that I can use that money for 6 months, and then the amount of money that I get in January, I'm gonna divide by 6 so I can use that for 6 months, so I have a whole year, so that I don't like fall short in next year and like, oh, oops, what did I do? So I did get a scholarship, so I'll go over my total amount first, and then we can talk about what I'm getting for each semester or each 6 months, and then how I'm breaking that down. So my total in scholarship, oh hello, Atlas just kicked the camera. So my total in scholarship was $17,700, wait, how do you say numbers? $17,736. I get that every year repeating, which is amazing. So thank you, Vanderbilt, and all of the gracious donors. Like, if you donate to the medical school or the school in general and it goes to a scholarship, just know that I appreciate you so much. So that is a scholarship that I received, and then I have two kinds of federal loans. My first one is called a federal unsubsidized loan, which I took the most amount of money out because it has a lower interest rate. With graduate student loans, your interest starts accruing immediately. So I think, based on my calculations, I start accruing $5.50 of interest for my first 6 months. So every day I accrue $5.50 of interest. So literally, YouTube, if you want to pay me, that would be incredible. I'm not kidding. And then, so then when I get my second dispersal, I don't know what to call it. In January, I start paying $11 in interest every single day. Obviously, I don't have the funds to pay for that. And so it just accrues, and it keeps accruing for 4 years or more, depending on if I'm able to make payments during residency. So the interest payment is going to be crazy. Just keep that in mind when you are taking out loans. Try to get ones with lower interest. So federal unsubsidized loan has a lower interest rate. I think it's like 6.5 right now. It should be lower because the economy is bad, but it's not. It's 6.5, something like that. And then I have a direct plus loan, which is for graduate students, and that has a higher interest rate. And the reason I have both of them is because there was a maximum amount that I could get on the federal unsubsidized. Otherwise, it would have taken them all out in federal unsubsidized. So I have $47,167 in federal unsubsidized loans. Tuition is expensive, okay? So, and then I have $12,100 in direct plus loans. So that brings me to a total of $77,003 for the first year in costs, and that includes $59,267 of loans that I have to pay back. So that's better than $77,000 that I have to pay back, but it's still about $60,000 for my first year. And so I expect it to be at least that much, maybe more for my second year, depending on if I move or stay in this apartment. Time will tell. It's not a great location. I do not love it, but it's okay. We're gonna see how this year goes. So anyway, it's gonna be at least that much next year and the next year and the next year, and it might be more. So I'm expecting around $240,000 to $260,000 in loans before interest by the end of my time in medical school, and then I can start making payments in residency, hopefully. So that means that I get half of that in July 16th, on July 16th, so in a couple weeks. And so I'm overall given $38,503. That includes my scholarship and my loans for the first half of the year. And so I do have to pay $30,802 are spoken for tuition. So I'm paying half of my tuition in July. So, and then I have loan fees, which you gotta pay a fee on the money that you're taking out so that you can pay it back. There's a $249 fee on the unsubsidized loan, and there's a $256 on the direct plus loan. Please note that I took out $47,000 on the federal unsubsidized loan, and I'm paying $249 in a fee. And then I took out $12,000, which is like 1/4 of what I took out in federal unsubsidized, and I'm paying more in fees, $256 in fees, just so that they can give it to me, which is quite frustrating. The fee is incredibly high. It's whatever. The government doesn't make sense in the first place. So, and then, on top of the money that is given to me or that I've taken out in loans, I do have a savings account. And so I have about $3,100 put away for this year. So I'm going to split that in half. So I'm going to use $1,500 for this semester and then $1,500 for the next semester, bringing my total to about $41,000 at my disposal. And then again, $31,307 of those dollars are spoken for via tuition, and then also with the loan fees. So that being said, I have about $8,761 for 6 months, which comes to about roughly $1,460 per month for spending. And then I've gone ahead and broken my expenses down. I have an extensive Google sheet where I broke down my expenses and did kind of like the Dave Ramsey, where you try to save the smallest thing first and go through your debts like that. I did do that. Dave Ramsey is not super applicable to medical school, which is why I wish this video existed before, because I listened to Dave Ramsey's book and he's like, oh, you should probably just save enough money to pay for it in cash. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. So anyway, so my expenses, this is the part where you're like, should she be telling me this? I don't know. Maybe the whole thing makes you feel that way. I don't know. My rent is $845, which is very good for Nashville. However, I do have a pet fee, so $20 for Atlas. I have a trash fee, which is $7, and then I have to pay for my laundry. So I've put my rent is gonna cost me $900. It will be less than that, but I put $900 just so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. I've not gotten a utility bill yet. I know my internet is at least $50, and my electricity is probably gonna be, it's hot and humid here, and I don't like to be hot and humid, so I put my utilities at $100. This is a 1-bedroom. I do have some wiggle room in my rent and my utilities, and I will adjust that as needed. So anyway, I have about $1,000 allotted for rent, utilities. And then transportation, I have at $75. Hopefully not that much. It's really not a long drive from here into the city, but I I don't know how often I'll be running back and forth, especially with COVID, or like, will I need to come home for lunch and let little man go to the bathroom? I don't know what I'm gonna do with a dog in medical school. It's fine. So then I also allotted $200 for groceries, which is way more than I spend on food. But again, having some wiggle room is better than being short. So budgeting a little bit more and making sure you have that much money is better than being like, I'm actually starving and I've never had fun before, etc. Like, I would like to go out to eat with my friends occasionally. I'm not going to make a habit of that, but I would like to make friends, and sometimes that involves spending some money. So I've allotted $200 for like food and grocery. I have money saved for the dog, so I am budgeting $40 a month-ish for him. I do need to get him a harness, which is about $40, so it's likely that it might be a little bit more than that, but again, some months look different than others. And then for personal expenses or just like extra things, I have $150 a month set aside for that, which brings my total to $1,465, which is $5 more than my loans and my savings cover. So I'm going to have to like crunch some of those numbers down a little bit. I am pretty cheap. If you know me or know my family, you know that we don't like to spend the money. So I think I'll be fine with that. And I think what my strategy is going to be is I'm going to keep all my money in my savings account and just transfer the amount of money that I need per month into my checking, so where I would be spending the money, so that I can make sure that I'm not dipping into money that I don't have access to. Obviously, this first month is gonna look a little bit different because I think I'm gonna have to buy books and school supplies and stuff like that, but I think I might be able to cover that in my personal budget, hopefully. That's the idea. But yes, I wanted to share this with you, not because I'm bragging. $60,000 in debt is not a brag. I think it's helpful for you to visualize like what living in medical school might look like. And obviously I don't know yet because I just started, but I think these are kind of like my hopes for the semester, for the year. And I will be giving updates as we go so that you can follow along and see, like, maybe learn from my mistakes, because I'm sure I've made some. I don't know what I'm doing. I would have gone to see a financial counselor at my university, but coronavirus shut us down, and so I could not go to see the financial counselor that was provided to me by my university. So basically, I did this all by myself. I will make a video perhaps on how to apply for loans, because it's kind of, I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out, but it would be easier if somebody explained it to you. And nobody explained it to me because coronavirus. So if you have questions about finances, if you want to know more things, I'm not giving you my bank account number, but if you have questions that you want me to answer, or you have concerns, or you want to see my grocery haul or something, like, please let me know. I want to make videos that you enjoy, and if that means that I'm showing you a grocery haul, I would love to make a video like that, but it's not the niche of this channel. But if you want to see that, you let me know, because I'll do it. I am here to serve. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for delving into my personal expenses, and hopefully my budget works out. I will let you know. Thanks, bye.